Nothing to report, sir. Operating at full capacity.
Not a lot of folks would travel with a ghoul, even one with my kind of charisma.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
It's not so bad, really. People manage.
Perhaps. But at a cost too great to be worth it. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
Why refreeze me?
As a failsafe, of course. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. Well, it's remarkable. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
I made a choice. I let the synths go free.
Why? Why would you do something so stupid?
It was the right thing to do, Sean.
There's no moral choice to be made here. This was such a simple task. I just don't understand. I know you're capable of handling yourself. How can I expect you to represent the Institute if this sort of thing continues?
Let's not forget our roles here, son. At the end of the day, I'm still your father.
I am acutely aware of our positions. I am also not a child, and I have a tremendous amount of responsibility for the Institute.
So where does this leave us?
I need to be sure I can count on you going forward. I had hoped we could be something like a family again. I hoped you shared our vision for the future. I'm afraid there's no room for sentimentality, Father. If you are not with us, then you are against us. Whatever you do going forward, do not interfere with the Institute's plans. I hope you can find some amount of peace.
So that's it. We're done then.
Goodbye, Father.
So, seems you know how to hold your own. I'd had my doubts when we first hit the road.
Son,
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
so why come out here?
To put things in perspective, I suppose. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
Kellogg called me the backup.
Did he? Well, he was correct. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
Why let me out now? After all this time.
Well, that's hard to explain. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Sean, you need to know. I still love you.
I can see that you do. Well, it's remarkable. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
We were totally ambushed. They were waiting for us.
You can imagine that I find that very hard to believe, given that all the intelligence leading up to this indicated we'd taken them by surprise. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Hey.
menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
Nothing to report, sir.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's important. Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
I don't think so.
It's all right. I wouldn't expect you to have. The project has been classified from the beginning. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
What kind of compromises?
We have at times had to rely on drawing power from above-ground installations. It risks personnel and equipment, but no longer. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Sounds like an important step.
That's an understatement. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yet, well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please, as I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
Can't
Please,
be serious.
everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
There must be something we can do to help you.
The only thing that matters now is continuing the Institute's work. It will be all right. I assure you, we can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really?
Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Unit B592 is undergoing the reclamation process as we speak. Before long, he'll be back in the workforce.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I can do the job.
Of course you can. That's why I made the decision. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead for all of us, but for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Sean.
I hope you realize how important mass fusion is to our overall goal.
I wish you could have known Father as we have.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
I need some details here. I have no idea what I'm getting into.
Of course. That's why we're talking. Otherwise, you'd be up top already. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
What's a beryllium agitator?
The details would be lost on you. No offense. The point is, it'll allow us to boost the reactor's power and get it running sooner than planned. You just keep me safe. I'll worry about the agitator.
You're going? That complicates things.
Not really, no. I admit I'm not fond of going up top, but I promise to stay out of your way. This device we're after, it's very sensitive equipment, and it's pretty damn old. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just that I trust myself more. So, are you gonna put up a stink, or can we get moving?
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company.
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option. But here we are, with our options dwindling quickly. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area. We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
Unless you like getting radiation sickness, I'd stay away from ferals. If you're looking for ammunition or weapon mods, Proctor Tegan might have what you need.
That location better be cleared out.
You really have to ask?
You really want to try my patience? Here's your... The Commonwealth won't be running out of vermin anytime soon. Whenever you're ready for another op, you know where to find me.
What's the mission?
Your memory that short? I'm talking about wiping out mutants, ghouls, synths, you name it.
I'm ready.
Better be. Here's the latest target area. I don't want to see your face until that place is clear.
My duty shift was long, but I'm glad we're making a difference out here.
Can't wait to see what you bring back. The location sounded very promising.
Our vertibirds should give us the air superiority we need to win this war.
a shipment. All your medical and food needs.
Jackpot. You hear some sort of some jet after that.
Sweet.
Place would give a cleaning bot a heart attack.
Chained on the other side.
Winona Harris, folks. Let's hope his grandma got the help she needed. Yet another bit of news from the world outside Diamond City. Folks, I'm gonna tell you a little story about a boy named Billy. Now, Billy lives here in the Commonwealth and wasn't spared the harsh realities of that life any more than the rest of us. He found himself separated from his family, but then he managed to run into the Vault Dweller.
Got it.
I'm happy to report that with the Vault Dweller's help, Billy was reunited with his family. Stories with happy endings don't come along all too often, so I hope this one put a smile on your face. I know it did for me. Keep it tuned here, folks, to Diamond City Radio. Here's a pick-me-up for you. It's Bing Crosby with Accentuate the Positive.
Yes. That's it.
Ghouls, huh? You looking to fix me up?
Nice.
Guess this is goodbye! So, seems you know how to hold your own.
Thanks. You're not so bad yourself.
I never get many complaints. It's just real rare these days. Find someone who's not willing to take things the way they're handed to them. Too many good folks not willing to get their hands dirty. And too many assholes taking advantage of it. Look at what happened to Diamond City. Before McDonough took over, it was a half-decent place to live. A little stricter than I usually go for, but not terrible. I thought he and I had a pretty happy childhood. But then he decides he's gonna try and get elected with his anti-ghoul crusade. Mankind for McDonough. Before you know it, you got families with kids lining up to drag folks they called neighbor out of their homes and throw them to the ruins.
You and McDonough knew each other as kids?
Oh yeah. Guy's my brother. Grew up together in a little shack on the waterfront. Guy was the standard big brother. Entitled, punchy, liked to shove rotten potatoes down my shirt and slap my back. But I never thought he'd be capable of something like what they did to those ghouls.
Why did McDonough campaign against the ghouls?
Because he thought he could win. There'd always been a pretty clear divide between the folks living in the stands and those down on the field. I'm not convinced they didn't do it just to improve their view. I remember storming into his office above the stands after the inauguration speech. He was just standing there, staring out the window, watching as the city turned on the ghouls. He didn't even look at me. Just said, "I did it, John. It's finally mine." Should have killed him right there, but I don't think it would have changed anything. Instead, I pleaded with him, begged him to call it off. He said he couldn't. He had nothing against the ghouls. He was just carrying out the will of the people. And he couldn't betray the voters. And then he smiled. That hideous fucking mile-long smile. He never smiled like that when we were kids. I didn't even recognize him.
He murdered those ghouls.
Him and that whole damn city. I still wasn't a ghoul at this point, so I didn't have to leave, but I couldn't bring myself to stay in that cesspool after that. I'd been sneaking off the Good Neighbor for years to get decent chems, so I knew the safe routes. I managed to track down a couple of the families, lead them there, but most couldn't get used to the Good Neighbor lifestyle. I brought them food for a couple of weeks, but after a while, they just disappeared. Folks in Diamond City signed their death warrants, and all the good people were willing to just sit by and watch. I felt like I was the only one who saw how screwed up things truly were, who couldn't just pretend things were fine. Still feel that way. Or I did. Until I met you. I know I run my mouth, but having someone who sees the world for what it is, and is willing to do something about it, it's meant a lot to me. I feel damn lucky to have you as a friend.
I feel exactly the same, Hancock. It's been a hell of a ride thus far.
Then here's to a long road, with plenty of ammo. Well, thanks for hearing me out. You probably weren't looking for a history lesson, were ya? You want to hit the road?
If you're from out of town, be sure and visit Diamond City. It's safe, it's secure, and full of quality establishments like this.
You're gonna pick a
Commonwealth weaponry. It's a dangerous world out there. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Here's the 5 stars with Atom Bomb Baby.
The serious glow sticking around here.
Let's do this! I've done this hundreds of times. Think you'll be any different?
I'd do the same if I was in as much trouble as you.
That's a great one, isn't it? Orange-Colored Sky by Nat King Cole. Time for yet another slice of news from the Commonwealth, folks. Are you familiar with the old sailing ship stranded on top of a building downtown? Reports from the area suggest it'd be a good idea to avoid the ship at all costs. Now, believe it or not,
yes,
you'll have to shift your gaze much, much higher. You heard it here. The ship somehow managed to become airborne and lodged itself in a different building downtown. How? Why? I suggest you just roll with it, folks. It's crazy. Keep it tuned to Diamond City Radio for all the latest news, no matter how weird. You consider yourself a mighty, mighty man? I know I do. But then, we can't all be Travis Lonely Miles.
Sweet.
Betcha that's next one back. Your day.
I was a little jealous of folks who could craft something other than a paragraph.
I'll try to make myself useful. No one wants to see a grown man feeling sorry for himself.
Remember, we're out here representing the Brotherhood.
Yeah?
Sure, let me just stop what I'm doing to talk to you.
I wouldn't. Rise and shine, love.
You just heard Crawl Out Through the Fallout. Time now for some news from the Commonwealth, listeners. In an unexpected turn of events, the quaint little town of Covenant has turned up completely deserted. Details are sketchy, and by sketchy, I mean they're non-existent. The whole town is just gone. Those folks always sounded nice, so I do hope they're all safe, wherever they've gone to. If they suddenly turn up again someday, you can bet you'll hear about it first here on Diamond City Radio. Connie Allen's ready to take you on a trip you're bound to remember. Goodneighbor has a new enemy, it seems. Why would someone don that costume? Your guess is as good as mine. Probably better, in fact. Goodneighbor resident Ken Connolly swears he was actually rescued by this Tommy gun-toting hero. So I guess if you're out there and thinking about breaking the law, you might want to consider steering clear of Goodneighbor. Or else the Shroud might come after you. If you've ever been in love, then you know how this one feels. It's the ink spot.
Hey, Dez is looking for you.
Sorry, Tinker Tom's got me...
Desdemona.
Glad you're
an
with
emergency. Glory spotted a courser near Dayton Safe House. We were hoping Bunker Hill bought us some time, but the Institute's continuing to dismantle our operation.
Can I lend a hand?
Yes. Ticonderoga Safe House has gone dark, and I need you to check it out. Hopefully this is a milk run. But if you do find a courser there, kill it. If there's no survivors, then your cover remains intact.
I'll take care of it.
Get to it, then. Glory, pick your team.
I could use the dock. Mr. Smiley, too.
Done. Grab anything you need from Tinker Tom.
Anything?
Desdemona.
Randolph reports they got another synth to safety. Everyone, we may have to evac on a moment's notice. Stay alert. Randolph reports they got another synth to safety. That's 2 assists in your... column.
Happy to help.
Pam's near 100% on Randolph. Her best guess is our people weren't infiltrated. But the station could be compromised any time now. So keep helping Mr. Timms.
Desdemona.
If Tycon falls, we'll be running out of places to hide synths.
Heads up, Tom's got more goodies in stock. Check with him.
Good. You're back. Hope that
Excuse
means
me.
you recovered the tech.
Oh, look who's back. I take it that area's clear?
Affirmative.
Impressive. Keep proving your worth. I may start to trust you. Here, Recon's always coming in. Whenever you're ready for another op, you know where to find me.
I'm ready.
Good. I'll mark the location on your map. See you when the target.
I was just thinking about you. Any luck with that tech?
Here it is.
Good job. Hope it didn't give you any trouble. Here's a little... There's still plenty of undiscovered tech out there. Let me know if you're anxious to get back out there.
Affirmative.
Perfect. I'll mark the location on your map. Stay alert.
Scribe Halen?
Watch your back out there. I'm guessing we're not the only ones scouring the Commonwealth for those artifacts.
Diamond City, huh? You know, they ain't real fond of ghouls in this town.
Yes? Hi.
Why, hello there. So lovely to see more young people up here in the stand.
Yeah?
We're also, well, old. You should meet my grandson. Oh, not that he would ever come up here. No, Hawthorne has too much of his mother in him.
Are you lost? If I wanted to talk to you, you'd know it.
Come on, Darcy, let's go.
Take it easy. I don't think she wants to leave just yet.
Hey, this is between me and my wife. Why don't you mind your own damn business for once?
Oh, God, Paul, why do you always have to make a scene? Pour me another drink, Henry.
Damn it, Darcy, I just want you to come home.
I'll be home. Later.
I can't believe you'd do this to me, Cook.
Do what to you, Paul?
You smug bastard. You keep away from my wife, goddammit.
You'd better get out of here before you do something stupid.
You son of a bitch!
Don't hurt him, Henry!
Yeah.
Go on. Get out of here.
I'll be at home, Darcy, taking care of our son.
Sorry
Hey.
I had to see that. Things are usually a lot quieter around here.
So don't make a
Perfect
fool of
place to drink if you're buying.
What was that argument about?
Nothing much. You see, Darcy here likes to relax and enjoy life from time to time, and her husband Paul doesn't. He's not a bad guy, really. Just a little uptight. Too bad he can't learn to relax, huh, Darcy?
Shut up. I don't come here to talk about Paul. You there! I haven't seen you in here before. Why don't you make yourself useful and buy me a drink or something?
You don't look like you need another drink.
Aren't you all high and mighty then? Why don't you get lost so I can drink in peace?
Lighten up, Darcy. This isn't your own private bar, no matter what you might think.
Hi.
You're in the only spot worth going to around here.
Got a minute, Cook?
You here for a beer, or maybe something a little stronger?
So is this your place?
That's right. Owner, bartender, sympathetic ear. I try to provide a little oasis from the hardships of life. Name's Cook, by the way. Henry Cook. Let me know if I can get you anything.
Just browsing for now.
Take as much time as you need.
Hi, Darcy.
Isn't it fabulous? Sitting up here in the stands? Oh, you'll get addicted to it.
What? What do you want? No, wait, I don't care.
You just walked right up into the stands, didn't you? I like your stones.
Come on, Darcy, let's go.
Take it easy. I don't think she wants to leave just yet.
Hey, this is between me and my wife. Why don't you mind your own damn business for once?
Oh, God, Paul, why do you always have to make a scene? Pour me another drink, Henry.
Damn it, Darcy, I just want you to come home.
I'll be home. Later.
I can't believe you'd do this to me, Cook.
Do what to you, Paul?
You smug bastard. You keep away from my wife, goddammit.
You'd better get out of here before you do something stupid.
You son of a bitch!
Don't hurt him, Henry!
Go on. Get out of here.
I'll be at home, Darcy, taking care of our son.
Sorry I had to see that. things are usually...
What was that argument about?
Nothing. You see, Darcy's not a bad...
Shut up. I don't come here to... You there! I haven't seen you in here before. Why don't you make yourself useful and buy me a drink or something?
Sure. Get the lady another of whatever she's having.
That's more like it. I hope you stick around. I think we might become good friends.
Free booze. The fastest way to your heart. Now, you need to order anything?
So is this your place?
That's right. Name's Cook.
Uh-huh. Let's see what you have.
Bottoms up.
Hey.
Don't be shy. Sit down and have a drink.
Look like a man who could use another drink.
I'll take a look, sure.
Here's the menu.
Hey.
You're in the only spot worth going to around here. Isn't it fabulous? Sitting up here in the stands? Oh, you'll get addicted to it.
Got plenty of drinks on tap.
I'll take a look, sure.
Bottoms up.
Scrub the skin off a synth with that stuff.
You.
Now here is where you want to be. Anyone who's anyone drinks here.
I hope you're drinking.
You're in the
'cause
only
if you're
spot
not,
worth
well,
going to around here.
I really can't help you.
Excuse me.
If I wanted to talk to you, you know it. You want something? Listen up.
Hey.
Everyone wants
Hey,
something.
don't get me wet.
What do you want? No, wait, I don't care.
Excuse me.
You just walked right up into the stands, didn't you? I like your stones.
Hey.
See all that filth down in the lower houses? I wouldn't keep my worst Brahmin in one. Only good for lesser men who have no value.
Hey there.
Don't be shy. Sit down and have a drink.
You here for
Now here
beer
is where you
or
want to be.
maybe
Anyone who's
something
anyone
a
drinks
little
here.
stronger?
Isn't it fabulous? Sitting up here in the stands? Oh, you'll get addicted to it.
Hello.
You should have a drink.
Hey there.
What
I'm
good
a
is it
Codman,
having a
not some
cocksure
street
youth among
rat.
us
Leave me alone.
if we don't stiff
Hey.
him up with some...
My grandson calls
Hey.
himself Hawthorne.
I'm an
But
important
it's really
man.
his last name.
Hey.
I'll be trying to waste my time.
Hello.
You look like you can use this.
Your thoughts?
This beats mayoral duties any day of the week.
I just wanted to know how we're doing.
Seems to me like you're my kind of trouble.
Your thoughts?
There's no sport.
That's all.
Fine by me.
Hey.
What you got?
Hello.
You're in my way.
Hey there.
You go on. Do what you like.
Excuse me.
That's how my
Don't
family
be
made their
shy.
fortune.
Sit down.
I may have been programmed to serve, but in your case, I shall do so disdainfully. Let me know when you're ready to order.
There a problem?
No problem at all. My programming dictates that I serve all customers in the Colonial Tap House, even those that obviously don't belong. Just know that my sensors indicate that you have dangerously low levels of class for this establishment.
Let's see what you got.
If you insist.
Hello.
I don't object to you outsiders coming up here, but must you insist on speaking to me?
You hear about the battle between the Brotherhood and the Institute? The one at Bunker Hill? People got killed or something.
Hey, over here. Move here.
Bingo.
Here. Head
Sure.
go there. Over. Go. Move here.
I can
Here.
do that.
Go there.
Good as done.
There. Move out.
You
Over
got
there.
it.
Go check that out.
Good as done.
Get into position. Heads up.
I take requests. Plenty of folks want to make my fire. Trying to survive. I'm not willing to stand for that kind of shit.
Enjoy your new home.
Hey, Geneva.
You have your permit. Anything else? This office can't help you. We're really busy right now. Excuse me.
Whoa, whoa. No ghouls in Diamond City. Get that thing out of here.
Excuse me, but I'm very busy right now.
Mayor McDonough.
Enjoy your stay in Diamond City. Now, excuse me.
Heads up.
Just say the word.
Check it out.
No way in hell.
McDonough?
I'd love to talk, but I have matters to attend to.
Sorry, I have other matters to attend to.
From the vault, and watch your back. The Institute could be right behind you.
Hey, Nat.
You can't stop the press.
The Super Salon can give you the hairstyle of your dreams.
Nice day, huh? Hey, you there. I have a question for you.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
You were in the tap house before, when...
You tried to punch out the bartender. What was that all about?
I thought it was dead obvious. Cook is sleeping with my wife, and I'm supposed to just pretend I don't know, until Cook decides he's bored with her and she comes crawling back home to me.
Sounds like a tough situation.
You don't know the half of it. But I'm not gonna just sit here and let Cook steal my wife and destroy my family. I'm going to go back and talk to him, and I want you to come with me. You saw? He won't take me seriously otherwise. I don't want to have to really hurt him. I just want him to leave Darcy alone.
You're going to have to make it worth my while.
Well, okay. I can only pay you 80 caps right now, but I'll scrape together more after we take care of Cook.
If you're just gonna talk to him, why do you need me along?
I don't want to hurt Cook, but if he doesn't listen to me, I don't know what I might do. He won't dare act so smug when he sees you at my back, and then nobody has to get hurt. Paul, will you help me talk to Cook? Get him to leave my wife alone.
Okay, I'll help you.
Okay, good. Good. I'm sure Cook will back down once he sees you're with me.
Let's go. You do the talking, I'll be the intimidating presence.
All right. Come on.
If you're hungry, you can grab a quick bite of power noodles.
Hey, Paul.
Come on. I want to get this over with.
Going?
Nowhere you need to worry about.
Whatever. I'll see you at home. I wanted so much more from my life than this. Ugh.
Hey, you know the rules. No booze in Diamond City. Get your friend out of here.
There then. Don't be late.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah, I'll be there. I just have to close up.
We need to talk.
Jesus, Paul. What now?
It's time for you to shut up and listen, Cook.
What the hell is this? And what are you doing here? Don't tell me he's hired you to help lean on me.
Paul just asked me to come with him.
Is that how it is? Okay. Well, I'm listening, Paul. What do you have to say this time?
Just this. You leave Darcy alone, starting now, or else.
Now that is a very bad idea. You don't want to pull a gun on me unless you intend to use it.
But you think I won't use it? Huh, do I just need to kill you? Is that what you're saying?
Put the guns away before this gets out of hand.
Too late.
Here we go.
I lost. Damn it.
I'll meet you there then. Don't be late.
Yeah, I'll... be there. I just have to close up.
We need to talk.
Jesus, Paul. What now?
It's time for you to shut up and listen, Cook.
What the hell is this? And what are you doing here? Don't tell me he's hired you to help lean on me.
What difference does it make?
I just like to know who to shoot at when the guns come out. Well, I'm listening, Paul. What do you have to say this time?
Just this. You leave Darcy alone, starting now, or else.
Now that is a very bad idea. You don't want to pull a gun on me unless you intend to use it.
But you think I won't use it? Huh, do I just need to kill you? Is that what you're saying?
Why don't you see if Cook is gonna listen?
I get it, Paul. You've got every right to be pissed off at me, but we can work this out.
Keep talking.
Look, I'll stay away from Darcy from now on. It's over. You have my word on that.
Your word? What's your fucking word worth, huh?
I'll make it up to you. I know a way to get a lot of money. Right now. You and I both know the only reason Darcy comes up here is she's pissed at you. If you were flush again, everything would be different. Besides, I owe you for what I've done.
Well, what do you think?
Sounds like a win-win to me.
Damn right it is. Here's the deal. I have some other, businesses on the side. One of them is helping Nelson Latimer spend his dad's money to make himself feel like a gangster.
Who's Nelson Latimer?
Malcolm's kid. An arrogant little pissant. But useful, since he has all the money in the world and likes to think of himself as a budding crime boss. Me and Nelson are supposed to be meeting some gentleman from Goodneighbor to exchange Nelson's cash for their chems. My plan is simple. We take the money and the chems.
Hold on. I have some questions first.
Yeah? What is it?
Why do you want to screw these guys over all of a sudden?
Oh, it isn't all of a sudden. Nelson's been complaining about my cut for a while now. He may be thinking about trying to strike out on his own. I've been waiting for the right opportunity to present itself, and here it is. Anything else?
What about afterwards? Won't everyone be after us?
Come on. You know the answer. No witnesses. Anything else?
Why smuggle chems into Diamond City? Chems aren't illegal here.
Sure, but Mayor McDonough takes a big cut of all the chems brought into town. Not everybody thinks that's good business. That's where me and Nelson come in. He fronts the cash, I make the arrangements. Cheap chems for Diamond City. Everybody wins. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, so you're in then?
I don't know. An awful lot of unknowns.
Trust me, we can do this, no problem. The meeting's always in the same place. They always bring the same number of guys. They'll never know what hit them.
I'm in. Let's do this.
What do you say, Paul? Are we good?
Good? Hardly. But I don't mind you helping me get rich.
Hold on a minute, Cook.
Yeah? What is it?
What do you want? No, wait, I don't care.
Don't worry. You're safe from the sins here in Diamond City.
Just stick with me.
Who's there?
Relax. I'm sure he'll be here any minute.
Yeah,
You better get the fuck out of here if you know what's good for you.
Cook sent me. He has a message for you.
Cook told you about this? Where the hell is Cook anyway?
What is this, Nelson?
Cook couldn't make it, so he sent me instead.
The fuck he did? Trish, kill this asshole!
Head on inside. Nothing to see here.
Here the different raider groups are carving up concrete like Christmas turkey.
What's that?
Gonna be a good fight!
Hey, Paul.
It's not too far. Come on.
Hold on a minute, Cook.
Yeah? What is it?
What?
Here we are. The meet is just ahead. There's always 4 of Murawski's goons. Trish, who's in charge, and then 3 other guys to unload the boat and wave their guns around. You should be able to work your way around these buildings to get a good angle on them. I'll wait for the shooting to start, then join in from here. Remember, we can't afford to let anybody get away.
Where the hell is Cook? We can't sit here much longer.
Relax. I'm sure he'll be here any minute.
Yeah. Well, he better be.
This is bullshit. You better get the fuck out of here if you know what's good for you.
I'm here for the chems and the money. Oh, and to kill you all.
What? Shit!
I can do this. Not your day. Cowards.
Who else is going to hunt you out?
Guess we're done. So that's that. I told you it was no problem. The money should
What are
still
you
be on
doing?
Nelson's body.
These people didn't
Then
do
there's these
anything.
chems, which you'll need to sell somehow. But that's your problem now. I'm leaving town for good.
Yeah, well, it better be. This is bullshit. Come on, man. I'm starting to get seriously pissed off here. Why do we need Cook anyway? I got the money right here. Who the hell
Let me
are you?
deal with this fool. You better get the fuck out of here if you know what's good for you.
What's going on here?
Nothing to do with you. Unless you want your face blown off. Got it, asshole?
Are you gonna hand over the money and chems, or do I have to kill you?
Are you serious? Kill this asshole!
You win!
This is Morowski's stash! He's going to kill you all for this!
Don't move.
You don't have to kill me. I won't talk. I swear.
Give me a reason not to kill you.
I don't need a better reason than to shut her up.
I'll tell Morowski it was Gunners, okay? You can trust me. And, I'll give up Morowski's chem lab. This here, this is nothing compared to what he's got stashed there.
Go on.
Where do you think these chems come from? We've got a lab. Right here in the Commonwealth. But you'll never find it on your own. Not without my help.
Tell me what you know first.
Well, okay. I'm trusting you, right? The lab is in the old Forley fish packing plant, on the waterfront in South Boston.
Easy access by boat. Smart.
Right. My idea, by the way. As was putting it in an area overrun by feral ghouls, and then recruiting an all-ghoul crew to run it.
Pretty slick, but I assume that's not the end of it.
You assume right. The real security is a system of tripwires that have to be triggered in exactly the right order to open the door to the lab. You never even know the lab was there when the door is closed.
You seem awfully proud of this lab.
Yeah, I am. Muraski's operation wouldn't be nothing without me. There's a terminal that will bypass the tripwires and open the door to the lab. And I have the password. So, I have your promise, right? If I give you the password, you let me walk?
I promise.
All right. The password is Applejack. There. Now you've got everything, and I'm completely screwed forever. I hope you can live with that.
Sorry, Trish.
Hey, Paul.